and there's something to your credit that I don't see a lot of artists doing. You do a lot of you visit a lot of juvenile detention centers, prisons. You talk to cats. You perform. One of your messages is sometimes a revolutionary has to do things that resemble a gangster's behavior. But at the same time, you're talking to cats that are sort of in trouble. Do you find that sometimes they might misconstrue that, like, hey, you know what? Immortal Technique thinks I'm a revolutionary. How do you? That's a fine line you walk when you talk to these guys.
I think that quote comes directly from the context that you're taking it from. It deals with the economic aspect of it, because that part of gangster rap is revolutionary and shit like that. All that I was trying to make the point about is that when you deal with the music industry was founded by gangsters. You know what I mean? Albeit Jewish and Italian gangsters, but at the same time, there's a lot of gangsterism involved. They're just professional gangsters, as opposed to niggas on the street that are not professional You in jail, homie. You're not a professional gangster. Right. You're not in a white-collar prison, nigga. Right. You starving. You in a federal spot, son. Right. You know what I mean? You're not doing time with these motherfuckers, these people that are paying people off at Clear Channel, paying whoever the fuck with their payola scandals, the RIAA, right, who's run by a Republican former campaign manager for Senator Bill Frist. I'm saying what I'm pointing to, and not just to throw allegations at people for having politicized hip hop to their own deem through the industry channels, but I'm saying when you look at it from that perspective, you start to see, okay, where are we economically in comparison to other people? Right. You know what I mean? Where are the people who invented hip-hop? Because I hear people say all the time, okay, well, look what hip-hop has done for black and Latino people. You motherfuckers should be happy you got some money. But then you can flip that whole statement and say, all right, well, what has hip-hop done for white people? Right. And let's really break it down. Right. Who owns all the labels? Right. Who owns all the manufacturing plants? Who owns all the mastering plants?
Who owns undergroundhiphop.com?
Quest, you fucking slave driver. Nah, yo, I'm saying, who owns the website technology? Right. Who owns the technology from which you make them? You know what I mean? Pro Tools, Neumann. That's not made by that's not made by our people. Yeah. So, I mean, who, the publicist, the machines who used to make beats, every single thing. I mean, MTV, VH1. Yeah. ASCAP, BMI, you motherfuckers should get down and thank the hood on your knees for making hip-hop, because we providing so many jobs for motherfuckers out there. So I'm just saying, in terms of our business, we have to be gangster in terms of not allowing people to simply expropriate the culture selectively. Like, I'm not saying exclude people or prevent anybody, whether they be white or Asian or Middle Eastern. There's hip-hop all over the world now. But represent the culture in its entirety, at least not on a purist, fundamentalist level, like, oh, if you don't have B-boys and graffiti at your show, you're not hip-hop. Like, yeah, we ain't trying to shut nobody's event down over semantics on your flyer. I'm just saying that when you deal with hip-hop culture, realize that that's a representation of all people. And if you are not in control of the business aspect of it, you will control none of the image. Right. So sometimes you gotta, I've been in meetings where I gotta be like, nah, man, I'm not gonna let that rock. Fuck you, yo. Or, we're trying to own this and own that. And, I'm like, nah, I'm sorry. I can't hand that over. I went around a lot of places to try and put the middle passage out before I ended up at Baby Grand, because when I did that deal with the it's just a distribution deal, I was allowed to keep the masters and the publishing and then a whole lot of other things that I really can't say on camera. But that's what other motherfuckers didn't want to give me. They were like, oh, we'll give you, $100,000, $150,000. I'm like, motherfucker, I'll make that on tour in a month. Right. The fuck I need? I'm not starving like the rest of these niggas begging for fucking change. Right. What I need that for?